Futimasu here with 2 Cents Gaming. This is another new segment that we're gonna call
News for Yous.
Welcome to News for Yous. This is the type of news that is gonna be afflicted by gaming, for yous. Okay, anyway, so recently you guys heard the shooting about Elliot Rodger, a 22-year-old virgin who basically killed 7 people, including himself, and then injured 7 more people in the making. They were blaming men's right movement. Okay, it's a pickup artist from YouTube, and they were just players, basically, pickup artists, and they're teaching him how to do it. And because he could not pick up women, he basically just went all out on the women. He did even a YouTube video. I'm not so sure if they still have it now, but if it is, then it is. About not too long ago, a reporter called Ann Hardy wrote an article, basically, and they blamed movies for the shooting. And they're saying because of the movies influenced him, that also not only does the pickup artist and everybody included, but they blame the movies because in college, you're out, you're having fun, there's sex, drugs, pleasure, all this thing, and because he was so influenced by it and he didn't get it, that's what caused him to go nuts. And then Seth Rogen kind of basically told her like, hey, how dare you, accuse movies and stuff. But then there was a not too long ago article or episode on E.T. blaming that because he was also playing WoW, he also got influenced by the thought to kill because it wasn't being satisfied, his urges. And because they're saying that video games nowadays taking fantasy to the next level, it's almost lifelike, almost like how you would think that a video game is almost your second life, and because it is so lifelike, you live through it, and because your character does it, you will do it. Now there's other examples of people who are getting shot because they got influenced by a video game. Evan Ramsey in 1997 took a 12-gauge shotgun and killed 2 students plus a principal. He was saying he didn't even know that if you get shot once, you wouldn't be able to come back up. He said in Doom, you have to get shot 6, 7, 8 times before the guy dies. So he didn't understand. So they blamed Doom. Eric Harris, and excuse me for pronouncing his name wrong, Dylan Kobold, in 1999 killed 12 students and a teacher. They blamed it on Doom. And Sing Hyu Chao, Sing Hyu Chao, 2007, killed 32 people because of Counter-Strike he was influenced by. And most of all, Gabby Guilford killed 77 people, and they said that it was game activity influenced. Okay, so that being said, I just like to say that's a load of crackers. I would like to defend the gamers out there, and all you gamers know what I'm talking about. All the games nowadays, I know back in the days when it was Doom, maybe it was forgivable for that little boy to shoot 2 students and a principal because of Doom and he didn't understand. Okay, whatever, fine. But nowadays, especially nowadays, there's things called the rating system. If you don't know what the rating system is, the rating system is somewhere you cannot buy a video game without actually getting your ID checked if you're not of the age. If you're of age, they might ID you. Now, because the rating system is so strict nowadays, I went to a GameStop and actually tried to buy an Infirmature for a little cousin of mine. And they asked me, I need your ID. And when I showed them my ID, I was right of age, and they asked me, do you know what you're buying? Do you know what you're buying? I told them yes. Because he asked that question, I knew for a fact that he's trying to warn me that this thing that I'm about to buy for my little cousin is full with violence and other things that is probably immature for his mind. That's why this rating system is rated E through M. A lot of video games nowadays has a lot of sex, violence, drugs use, and other stuff that's only for the mature mind. If you bought a game like this, now this is a very old video game. It's a PS2 Marvel vs. Capcom 2. As you see, the rating system. T14. It says it right here. T14 content rated may contain cartoon violence. If you try to buy it when you're only 10 years old, they're gonna tell you this is T14, you can't buy it because this has a lot of violence. If you try to buy a game like this is God of War for the PS2. This is the rating system for God of War for PS2. Rated M for mature, 17 and up. It has blood, gore, insane violence, nudity, strong language, and sexual themes. Because the rating system is so high, since it warns you on the label, you know what you're buying. It already warns you. So because you see God of War and he's having a lot of sex, drug use, violence, all this nudity coming out of nowhere, if you haven't gotten that, do you blame the God of War because it influenced you that you can do it? It goes off to my next thing. If you parents out there buy those types of video games for your children and you do not, I repeat, you do not know what that game is and you didn't discover for yourself, don't know about the rating system, do not know about the what's in the game, haven't asked, just bought it because you want to spoil him or her, then it's basically on you. And if you buy a game and you know for a fact that he has a mental issue and he's supposed to take pills, he has to see a psychologist, and you buy him these sorts of games, then yeah, the blame should be on you. See, for me, I want to know what you guys think on the comment below about this story, on how you think that the video games are influencing the kids nowadays. Do you think that the video games can be blamed for a couple of the shootings that I just announced? Do you think we should blame the parents? Should we blame just the kids in general? I want to know your thoughts in the comments box below. This has been another edition of News for Yous. I'm your host Futemas from 2 Cents Gaming, just putting my 2 cents into gaming. I'm gonna see you next time.